He is known for being an ancient Greek philosopher and polymath who covered a wide range of subjects in his writings. He is recognized for founding the peripatetic school of philosophy and laying the groundwork for modern science. His name is Aristotle. In the ancient city of Stagira, a child was born during the classical period. His name was Aristotle, a name that would later become synonymous with wisdom and knowledge. Little is known about his early life, but it is said that his thirst for learning was evident from a young age. As he grew older, Aristotle's intellectual curiosity led him on a path of exploration that would shape the course of Western civilization. At the age of 17, Aristotle left his hometown and ventured to Athens to join Plato's prestigious academy. For 20 years, he immersed himself in the teachings of the renowned philosopher, absorbing knowledge like a sponge. However, after Plato's passing, Aristotle felt the undeniable pull of destiny. When Philip II of Macedon requested his presence, Aristotle could not resist the opportunity to tutor the young prince who would later be known as Alexander the Great. During his time in Macedonia, Aristotle's intellectual pursuits were vast. He delved into the realms of science, philosophy, linguistics, and more, leaving no stone unturned in his quest for understanding. Upon returning to Athens, he established the Lyceum, where he continued to explore and share his wisdom. It was within these hallowed halls that Aristotle authored numerous works, delving into topics that would shape the intellectual discourse for centuries to come. Aristotle's legacy did not end with his passing, as his teachings continued to inspire and influence countless scholars and thinkers. His philosophy provided the foundation for the development of modern science and shaped the intellectual lexicon of the West. His ideas on ethics and virtue gained renewed interest in the modern era, cementing his place as one of history's greatest philosophers. From medieval Muslim scholars revering him as the first teacher to Christian theologians seeking wisdom from the philosopher, Aristotle's impact transcended religious and cultural boundaries. The story of Aristotle is one of an enigmatic figure whose insatiable curiosity and boundless intellect propelled him to become a pillar of wisdom in Western civilization. His works continue to be studied, and his ideas continue to shape the way we perceive the world. As we delve into his teachings and explore the depths of his philosophical concepts, we are reminded of the profound impact a single individual can have on the history of human thought. Aristotle, the protagonist of his own story, forever remains a guiding light in the pursuit of knowledge and truth. In the ancient world, one philosopher stood out among the rest, Aristotle. His life, although shrouded in mystery, was dedicated to unraveling the mysteries of the mind and the universe. Born in 384 BC in Stagira, a small town in the kingdom of Macedon, the young Aristotle showed early promise in the realm of knowledge. His father, Nicomachus, a physician to King Amyntas, instilled in him a passion for biology and medicine. Tragedy struck Aristotle at a young age when both his parents passed away. He was taken under the wing of Proxenus of Atarneus, who became his guardian. It was during this time that Aristotle's path took a fateful turn. He was introduced to the world of ideas and philosophy through the teachings of Plato at the famous academy in Athens. It was here that Aristotle's intellect flourished, and he learned that true wisdom lies in experiencing and learning. After nearly 20 years in Athens, Aristotle's journey led him to the court of his friend Hermias of Atarneus in Asia Minor. Together with his student Theophrastus, they explored the wonders of nature on the island of Lesbos. Aristotle's thirst for knowledge was unquenchable, and his passion led him to marry Pythias, a woman he deeply cared for. They had a daughter and shared a life dedicated to understanding the mysteries around them. In 343 BC, Aristotle received a momentous invitation from Philip II of Macedon to become the tutor of his son, Alexander. This opportunity would shape the course of history. Aristotle guided Alexander and two other future kings, Ptolemy and Cassander, fostering in them a thirst for knowledge and the ambition to conquer new lands. Aristotle believed in the superiority of the Greeks and advised Alexander to rule the Greeks as a leader but to treat the barbarians as less than equals. But as time went on, Aristotle's relationship with Alexander grew strained. The philosopher's ethnocentric views clashed with Alexander's ambitions to integrate Persian culture into his empire. Eventually, Aristotle returned to Athens and established his own school, known as the Lyceum. Here, Aristotle poured his wisdom into his students, shaping their minds and imparting to them the knowledge he had acquired over a lifetime. As he entered the twilight of his life, Aristotle found himself at odds with the growing anti-Macedonian sentiment in Athens. Accusations of impiety arose against him, and he was forced to flee to his family estate in Chalcis on the island of Euboea. In his final days, Aristotle reflected on his journey, declaring, "I will not allow the Athenians to sin twice against philosophy," referring to the trial and execution of his mentor, Socrates. He passed away that same year, leaving behind a rich legacy of philosophical treatises and a request to be buried beside his beloved wife. Aristotle, known as one of the greatest minds in the history of philosophy, revolutionized the field of logic with his profound understanding and analysis. As a protagonist in this narrative, Aristotle delved deep into the intricacies of formal logic and devised a groundbreaking system that would dominate Western logic for centuries to come. One of Aristotle's famous quotes captures his view on the term logic, as he stated, the term logic he reserved to mean dialectics. This distinction reveals his nuanced approach. While Aristotle recognized the value of what is now known as Aristotelian logic, with its types of syllogism, he specifically labeled it as analytics. To him, logic encompassed a broader concept, dialectics. Aristotle's work on logic, known as the Organon, was likely not in its original form, as it was probably edited by his students and later lecturers. The compilation consists of 6 books that build upon each other, offering a systematic exploration of logical theory. The order of the books is not definitive, but they progress from the fundamental analysis of simple terms in the categories to the study of more complex forms like syllogisms and dialectics. The first 3 treatises in the Organon lay the groundwork for logical theory. They encompass the grammar of the language of logic and the correct rules of reasoning. Aristotle's meticulous approach ensured a solid foundation for subsequent philosophical inquiries. While not included conventionally in the core of logical theory, Aristotle's rhetoric acknowledges its reliance on the topics, hinting at the interconnections between different branches of knowledge. Aristotle's development of logic, particularly his conception of dialectics, was a groundbreaking achievement. His work became the cornerstone of Western logic, maintaining its dominance until mathematical logic emerged in the 19th century. Today, Aristotle's logical insights continue to hold relevance as we grapple with complex questions and seek to unravel the intricacies of reasoning in our daily lives. Aristotle, the renowned philosopher and student of Plato, delved deep into the realm of metaphysics, the study of the divine and the contemplative philosophy. He believed that it was the first philosophy, distinct from mathematics and natural science. In his work Metaphysics, he explored the concepts of substance and essence, proposing a theory called hylomorphism. Aristotle argued that a particular substance is a combination of both matter and form. To illustrate this, Aristotle used the example of a house. The matter of the substance of a house consists of the bricks, stones, and timbers that make up its physical structure. On the other hand, the form of the substance represents the actual house, its purpose and function, such as providing shelter. Aristotle believed that the matter and form together define what something truly is. The matter gives us the components, while the form gives us the distinct characteristics that define it. Unlike his teacher Plato, Aristotle believed that the universal is found within the particulars of the world. Plato posited that the universal forms exist separately from the things that participate in them. However, Aristotle maintained that universals are instantiated within every individual thing. For example, the form of an apple exists within each apple itself, rather than in a separate realm of forms. He disagreed with Plato on the existence of unattached universals and their location. In his exploration of change and its causes, Aristotle introduced the concepts of potentiality and actuality. Potentiality refers to what something is capable of becoming or being acted upon, given the right conditions. An apple seed, for instance, has the potential to grow into a plant, provided it is not hindered. Actuality, on the other hand, is the fulfillment of the end or purpose of potentiality. It is the actual realization of what something can become. Aristotle believed that actuality is prior to potentiality in terms of formula, time, and substantiality. He used the analogy of building a house to explain this concept further. The matter used to construct the house has the potentiality to become a house, but the actuality is achieved when the construction is completed and the house serves its function. Through this understanding, Aristotle sought to resolve the issue of the unity of beings. According to Plato, there are separate ideas for animal and biped, posing a challenge to the unity of a human. However, Aristotle argued that the potential being and the actual being are one and the same. Aristotle's metaphysics provides us with a framework to understand the world and our place in it. By recognizing the combination of matter and form in substances, we can appreciate the essence and purpose of things. This understanding of potentiality and actuality teaches us the importance of fulfilling our inherent capabilities and striving towards our end goals. Aristotle's philosophical theories continue to offer profound insights that can guide us in navigating the complexity of our daily lives.
Do you want to explore more philosophers? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.